All right, it's been a minute since I've done a YouTube video. I made a bunch of changes today, so I thought it'd be better to go through them with you guys on a video, just so everyone understands. For anybody who's new, like brand new here, I'm going to say a couple things that probably most people know, but because you're new, it's probably better to just go through it real quick. First and foremost, on the MLB, for MLB, I don't care about scores. I don't give a shit what the model's score prediction, run prediction is. That's not what we care about. We care about, and I have this super enlarged right now just so you can read everything. I'm zoomed in as far as you can go. It says here, this is a perfect example. You got the Astros and the Orioles. On the model says the Orioles should have 3.4 runs, all right? Astros should have 3.3. Obviously, you can't score a half a run or 0.3 runs, but that's what the model says, right? That's the output. We don't care about that. We care about the edge, and Houston has the edge here. What that means is that our model is actually predicting the money line odds. So what our model predicts what the odds should be for this game. If the odds are shorter, meaning in this case, I'm scrolling on the wrong thing. In this case, Houston is plus 116. Our model has Houston around, let's see, it's a plus 3.5. Our model has Houston at like plus 103, plus 104. That means the edge is towards Houston. That's all we care about. In situations like that, we are 22-14, 61.1% win rate. I need to put the ROI on here because that's what really matters. But we just care about the edge. I don't care about what the scores are just there for the aesthetic because it's there. The model outputs a score. I don't care. I do not care about the score. I only care about the edge. Where does our model predict the money line odds should be compared to where Vegas is? So when it comes to over-unders, it's more straightforward. We're not doing odds. It's literally just the runs predicted. In this case, we have the under. The model is predicting the under with an edge of 2.27 runs. So our fair total is 6.73. The market total, meaning Vegas, so your sports book, in this case is DraftKings, it has it at 9. We are hitting 50% on that. So not like a huge edge, but that's how you read that. So if you understand that at least, then we can move forward. So hopefully you understand that. What I added, if anybody knows me, right? The AI agents are great. They read all of this data. So that's where they're getting their picks from. But let's say you want to make your own picks. You don't want to use the agents, the AI agents at all. That's what the model is for. Even though the agents are reading off of the model itself, along with a lot of other things that you put in yourself. Like if you tell it, I don't care about the model, I want to go off of just raw statistics, it'll do that too. But our like default agents, the ones that the preset ones, the pre-built ones, they read off of the model along with other things. So if you want to make your own decisions and just look at the model, that's usually what I do. Only because, like I said, I built the thing. So, I mean, I know its ins and outs. But my biggest thing when it comes to what WagerProof is, what we want to continue to be is transparency. A lot of people build models. They don't show you the ins and outs of the models, though. I will put my model up against anybody when it comes to transparency. There is nobody that's showing you how bad it does or how good it does. They only show you how good it's doing. When it's hot, they'll put it all over social media. When it's not doing well, they either fudge the numbers or they just don't show you anything. This auto updates every single day and it will show you exactly how the model's doing in almost every split possible now. That's what I just added today. So enough of that. Let me go into what this is all saying. I know it's a lot of numbers, but that's the point of this whole thing, okay? Make sure you guys have all the data you need to make good decisions. Now, as far as the actual decisions you make, that's not up to me. You're on your own on that one. If you want to parlay everything every day, shit, parlay it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's your bankroll. It's not mine. So with that said, as always in the regression report, which is on the app now and on the webpage, it always shows how the model's doing overall, regardless of the team, regardless of the day. It's just going to show you how the model's doing, front to back, always there, updates every morning. Now, what I just added, I love this. Maybe some people will think this is stupid, but I think it makes a difference. There's trends daily, especially in the MLB when there's games every single day. 162 games, you get to do really cool splits like this. So I like to look at the day of the week. How has the model performed on each day of the week? Because you'll see that there is a trend here. You can already see it now. Our most profitable money line day is Thursdays. And you can go to each one of the bets. So full game over under, first 5 money line, first 5 over under. Full game over under, which is our most profitable bet type. Many days are profitable. The most profitable day is also Thursday. Thursday is just like the day for MLB with this model so far. When it goes to first 5, Sundays are the best. And then first 5 over unders, Fridays are the best. So this is just an additional split that you can look at and be like, hey, it's Thursday. I might want to stick with just over unders today, or whatever it may be. It just helps further validate or contradict maybe a decision you're about to make before you put a bet in. And just like I said, guys, all these new implementations, they will be put on for every sport. I'm not doing it for NBA yet because this is a lot of work. And NBA season's almost over. It's like, what's the point really? Next season it will be. And for NFL, which is, ask anybody, man. That's the one thing. For MLB and NFL, I'm going to talk my shit every time just because those are my sports. I do well in them. It's where I get the most of my units each year. But for NFL, when we have splits like this and the model shows everything, man, I tell you what, we're going to have some fun with it. Either way, we stick with the MLB and we keep being profitable each day. Not only do we have it by day, we have it by team too. So sometimes there's specific teams that are just like the model just has a great handle on. And there's teams that the model has a terrible handle on, meaning it just can't figure them out. And that's perfectly fine. Most professional, like top tier professional cappers or data analysts or data scientists, what they do is they focus on like 4 or 5 teams in each sport. So like in baseball, they would focus on like the Braves, the Red Sox, the Orioles, and only bet on those games, right? I feel like I can get somewhat of an edge on every team, no matter what it is, especially when I'm breaking data down like this. But similar to the days of the week, it'll show you for full game money line, full game over under, all bet types. It'll show you how we do on each team. So you're going to see full game money line, right? This might trip people up a little bit. You'll see some like the Rockies are 2-2. It's like, well, there's been almost 30 games in the season. How are they 2-2? Well, the model doesn't pick them a lot. Obviously, they're really bad. But when the model does pick them, we are 2-2, and it's 70% ROI. Why? Because the Rockies are typically plus money, right? They're usually plus 180, plus 160. So it's gotten 2 of them right, meaning that's a profitable bet. When the model picks the Rockies, I will take the Rockies because so far the ROI has proven that that's probably your best bet. Now, Cincinnati is another one that's probably been plus money a lot of times, and the model is 15-7 when it picks Cincinnati. So this is going to be super helpful when you're looking at a team and you're like, how's the model done? Does the model have a good understanding of this team? You'll be able to check this and see for each bet type, where does it perform really well and where does it suck? Like right here, the Giants on first 5 money lines, it's our least profitable team. So I already put it in the Discord. I make fun of, there's a couple guys, fucking Mamba, I feel like I mention him on every video, man. I've never met anybody more obsessed with fade alerts. And it's my own doing, right? I'm the one who, I introduced fade alerts in the NFL, and it was super profitable, and I get it. I understand why he loves them so much, but he's obsessed. He's obsessed. He needs to go to treatment, and I'm gonna help him out. But this is one case you're gonna see in a second. This is one case where fade alerts might be a thing. Not might. They are a thing. Like today, they are a thing. We got the Giants and the Phillies. The model likes the Giants. The model is 1, 3, and 4 in first 5 money lines when it picks the Giants. Not well. It's not doing well. So you go down here, and what you'll see is the same suggested picks. This is the regression report suggested picks, right? And what we're adding to it is simply just showing the team, either for the money line, the team that it's picking, how well have we done with that team. So here's an example. I'll take Seattle right here. It's mixed signals. What that means is the day trend on full game money lines, we are plus money in that. We have a 9.08% ROI on Tuesdays for full game money lines. That's good, right? Then you look at team trends, you see Seattle, we're 6-9. So negative 30.8% ROI when the model picks Seattle to win the game, right? That's not good. That's mixed trends. So it's like, yeah, we do well on Tuesdays. However, we don't do well when picking Seattle. So maybe this is one you stay away from. Then you have neutral ones like this. I'm glad it has an example of each one. Neutral ones means, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong here. The regression report says that we should take the Cardinals and Pirates over 4.5 on in the first 5. However, the day trend is positive ROI, but the team trends when it comes to the Cardinals and the Pirates, we're not doing terrible, but we're not doing great when in first 5 overs and unders, first 5 totals in general. Meaning when there's a first 5 total that's picked, the Cardinals are 12-12. The model is 12-12, picking the Cardinals on over-unders in the first 5. And the model is 13-12, picking over-unders in the first 5 for the Pirates too. It's middle-of-the-road shit, right? We don't have a strong direction each way when it comes to the model. The model it's basically 50-50. So that's probably one I'd stay away from. Now, here's a great example. The regression report is suggesting that we take the first 5 over 3.5 for the Angels and the White Sox. On the day trend, on Tuesdays, we hit 52.5% on first 5 over-unders. For the Angels, we're hitting 65% of the games on over-unders. We get them right 65% of the time when the Angels are involved. For the White Sox, we're hitting 58.3%. This could be a strong one. I know 3.5 over-under scare people, but don't look at the line and say this line has to be one way or another. Vegas makes the lines for a reason. They want it to be it could go either direction, right? So we use the model to tell us which direction that may be. What's the most valuable direction? Both teams do well on the first 5 over-unders so far. This day bucket, meaning Tuesdays, we do decent on over-unders in the first 5. This is one I'm probably going to take. So that is all in here now on the regression report, just an added layer of splits to help you make a good decision. And I added all of these on every single game. So when you go to the main page where it shows every model prediction, you'll see how each team performs on over-unders. And then you'll see the predicted winning team. How do we do with that team on money lines? And it does it both for first 5 and for full game. So just as another example, there's layers to this, okay? So the first one right up here, what I'm highlighting, Houston has the edge. They have an edge of 3.3%, meaning that our model's money line is 3.3% better than the Vegas money line. We're 22-14 in those situations, okay? Day trend, historical model context down here. On Tuesdays, we're 31-28 on full game money lines. That's pretty good. Team trend, we're 9-14 when the model predicts Houston. The model is 9-14 when picking Houston. Not the worst, not great at all though, you know? So it's right in the middle of the road. Then you see something like the Guardians, which I really love today. I love the Guardians. The model overall, when we're picking home teams and they have an edge of, I think it's like 0.5 to 0.99, we're 28-23. Positive edge there. Historical trend, Tuesdays on full money lines, yikes, full money lines, we're hitting 52.5%. So positive ROI. Team trend, when the model picks Cleveland, we're 8-4. That's 52.67% ROI. I'm going with Cleveland today. So I know that's a lot here. Like I said, it's just as much data as I can give you and to cleanly put in front of you so that you can understand it and digest it. I'm going to put it on there. That's the point of this whole thing. I'm not scared to put the full model's results on here. I never will be. I'll always be as transparent as possible because that's what's going to help us win. It's going to help me win. It's going to help you win. That's the point of this whole thing. So I hope this made sense. I'm going to speed this video up because it was long. But as always, go into Discord and ask questions if you have them, and I'll be sure to answer them.